Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're looking at the all-new Juggernaut wave of Marvel Legends Phoenix figure, which is another one. Most of the people out there have been looking forward to most of the figures in this wave for a very long time. We've been wanting new versions of many of these figures for so long. Let's get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands roughly 16 and a half centimeters, which makes it just about 6.5 inches. And I'm not even going to compare it to the original one because the original one's not good at all. This one's definitely better than that. So it does have that going for it. Now you guys might notice right off the bat, her head looks really weird. From some angles it looks okay, but from others it definitely looks too big. And then the way they did some of the things on this figure, it's not great, guys. Why do we keep getting these? The X-Men waves are never as good as they should be. First they butchered Magneto. Now we've gotten a bunch of duds in this wave too. It's just not cool. The best thing about this figure by far is the chest logo. It's particularly clean and super shiny gold. It looks great. We know they can paint metallic colors very well. Why didn't they paint them on the rest of the figure? Why are they in this molded, almost translucent plastic? I could let that slide if the rest of the figure was good, but it's really not, so it just doesn't look great. The green on her suit is kind of drab and dull. It just doesn't look great. And then, like I said, the molded gold just looks very blah. There's not much luster to it. It's very disappointing looking. And then we have one issue that's driving me insane, and that is the head. So let's look at the head. The face itself, not terrible. Definitely not great, but it's not terrible. It looks okay. From the side, it looks even better, so that's fine. And the hair itself is okay. It looks fine, except for the way they did this. The way part of the hair is molded onto the head, and then the rest of the hair is glued on. It's totally disconnected. It's not the same type of sculpt or paintwork. They don't match at all. It looks very, very not good. It's so obvious. I don't know why. Why did they bother doing it like that? That doesn't look good. I don't get it. I don't get it. The hair is painted nicely and sculpted nicely, but this part doesn't match at all. So, very disappointing. And then we have the issue of the head being way too high up on that neck peg. There's no way I should be able to pose the head in that pose, but I can. And then here's the other thing with the head. Because of that neck peg, you can put it up like that, which doesn't look great, or you can put it down like that, which doesn't look great, or you can put it somewhere in the middle, which still doesn't look great because it sits way too high up on that neck peg. You get good range of motion, but look at that. Look how high that head is sitting. That is not where it belongs. Why do they keep doing stuff like that? Do they not have somebody there that's like, hey guys, humans don't look like that, and then they fix it? That's how it should work. Plus they have that new female body mold, which they used for Rogue, and it's fantastic. Then they use these ones, which aren't. I don't care if the other ones are maybe too curvy. Use them anyway, because these mostly aren't that good. The shoulder articulation's okay. You get decent enough range. Full rotation. No bicep swivel. You get it out of the elbow, which does give you 90 degrees, so that's okay. The wrist has a hinge in it and a swivel, so that's okay. The diaphragm joint works well enough. You're not going to get a ton of posability out of it, but it's definitely good enough, and it doesn't look bad, so I'm okay with that. The belt is fine. It fits well enough. One thing to note, though, is it comes like this in the package, and I am most certain that it's meant to go like this. Not only because it fits that way, but because isn't that how it's always been for her? Didn't it always come off the side / back, not the front? I could be wrong. But underneath that, the sculpt is weird. Do you guys see those weird... Get out of the way. Belt. Do you guys see those weird lumps? Now, some of you may not have the most experience with the female anatomy, but I've never seen a girl that has those weird lumps like that. I know what they're supposed to look like. I mean, I know where they're going with that, but it is definitely not that. That does not look right. She looks like one of those old dogs that has those fatty tumors on its body. She has those. And Kitty Pryde technically had them too, but they were a little less obvious, so that's not great. The hips on this figure, almost no posability out to the side, unless you bring the leg forward, same as Kitty Pryde, so that's not good. And the legs come forward all the way, but they have to pull out a little bit to do it. So, again, it's not great. It's acceptable, but not great. You do get your thigh swivel, so that's fine. Double jointed knees, that's fine. And then for the ankle, we have our hinge, which works out well enough, but because the peg goes almost straight down vertically, oh, wow, that's not good. I can't talk. You get this stupid ankle rocker, which is basically useless. So this figure is just going to be good enough to replace the old really ugly one, because this one's really not much better. And to be honest, all of those other problems could be ignored if it wasn't for the fact that the head doesn't match the body. I still think it's too big personally, or at least sitting way too high, and therefore it looks like it's too big. I could even get past the hair issues. I could get past the hips, the fatty tumors. I could get past everything if it wasn't for the fact that the head doesn't connect to the body properly. And also she's really freaking hard to stand because of those feet and ankles and the top heavy hair, back heavy hair. So again, it's better than the old one, but that's it. Alright guys, there we go. We're going to call it there. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have all kinds of content. We have new videos up every single day, sometimes more than 1 or 2 per day. We talk about action figures, video games, TV, movies, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you check back for that stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.